Hello and good morning. I am just getting ready for church, and I thought I could go ahead and film today as well as do just like a little check-in. So while I'm getting ready, we can just catch up. I'll go ahead and show you what I'm using. So it is Sunday, March 19th, and we are looking at, it says like 4 degrees outside, so that's nice. So I'm just getting ready for church, and I have we have to leave in like an hour, so I need to get it together because I'm doing my makeup and I also want to curl my hair. So if you've been watching, you know I'm using this foundation. It has become a favorite of mine, my Milani Conceal Perfect. So ever since using this lighter shade, I feel like it just like sets a little differently. But that could be for a number of reasons as well. I've been using some different skincare products, so that could definitely be playing a factor. So yeah, each day I feel like with this foundation I do a combination of the colors. I feel like this creamy nude color that I've been using for the winter, I don't know, I don't think I like it on its own, so I've always been mixing just a little bit of that original shade. So I'm gonna blend this out. I am working with like my overhead room lights. I have some lights on my mirror shining on me. And then I have my window open, so it's giving some natural light, just a little bit though. Not quite as bright out at this time, which I appreciate though. I don't mind it being as dark in the morning. And then I like that it stays lighter longer, so that after work there's still daylight to do all the other things outside of work. And then I don't feel as like feel like tired. And yeah, just some updates. I think I counted there's only like 50 some like actual school days left in this school year. So as far as school, or as far as teaching goes, I feel like the school year is going well. It always seems to linger on, especially during the cold winter months. I feel like kids get really cooped up inside, and a lot of people are impacted by the weather. And I know I can be that way too, with all the snow and commuting and whatnot. And especially it's hard when kids can't go outside for recess. That can play a major impact on their on the school day. So I feel like a lot of us are feeling some of that winter blues maybe. So yeah, the school year just kind of feels like it kind of lingers on in the cold winter months. And I was gonna say, now that it's warming up, well, this week is supposed to get warmer. We have so much snow though. Concealer, I use Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind, and I'm in the color 110. I think it's ivory maybe, but I just go ahead and do that for my under eyes. I was using this brush to I kind of like to put it on parts of my eyelid. I don't know. Every day is different. It just kind of depends what I'm feeling. Yeah, I've shared my routine so many times, and I think every time I show me doing my makeup, I also mention that I've already. But if you haven't seen one of those videos, hang tight, because this has pretty much been my everyday routine for a while now. I just play around with my eyeshadow. So on a day like today with church, I'll probably just do a pretty typical routine, just knowing that I'll have my makeup on for church. And then, oh yeah, I'm gonna film something for grad school later, and that can bring us to our next topic of just catching up. So if you didn't know, I am working on my master's in special education, and I am just about done with my 2-year program. So I started the summer of, it would have been summer semester of 2021, I believe. Yep, because then it was fall, spring, summer, fall, spring. Here we are. Yep. And looking back, I'm so glad I did it that way. I'm so glad I went through, I took classes through the summer, just to get things done as quickly as I could. Yeah, so I'm finishing up on that, and I am just working on my final project. I'll be graduating in, I think it ends up being less than 2 months from now. And really, I get to these points where it's like, I can feel myself just like, I just want to be done. So I'm just going to push through and talk to like my advisory council, my team, and just be like, how fast can we get this done? So So I'm pretty much done. I just have a final few things to submit, so that feels really good. And then, yeah, when things go accordingly, come the end of the school year, I'll have obtained my master's in special education, which is hard to believe. I don't know that I thought that would be the case for me. If you would have asked me when I started teaching, I definitely wasn't sure that I would be in this position, that I'd be pursuing my master's right away. I think it was something that I always thought maybe like down the line I would be doing, but now that I'm almost done with it, I'm so grateful that I did it sooner rather than later. For my under eyes, I've been using this Airspun loose setting powder. The scent is very strong. I use it in technically translucent, extra coverage. So I always like bake under my eyes and then I'll dust that away. Ooh, now that I mention that, I washed my makeup brushes yesterday and I didn't wash them early enough in the day, so a few of them are still a little wet. So I can't use my full set of brushes, and one of them was my the brush that I used to dust away my powder, but we will make it work. Pretty much that's all for grad school. I might talk about it more after graduation and whatnot, and maybe I'll do like a get ready with me the day that happens. I think that'd be really fun, and just to document how I'm feeling that day and just share that with you. I feel like I can like downplay some of the like very like exciting or like meaningful things in my life. I feel like I tend to do that. And then when it comes to like the littlest of things, I tend to maybe make them a bigger deal or react. It's kind of like I have it backwards. Like the things I should be excited for and have feelings about, I definitely can downplay sometimes. But anyways, I am really excited to graduate and just have that under my belt, and it is, I feel like, a great accomplishment and something I should really be proud of myself for doing. More on that later when the time comes where I am in that graduation phase, or when I'll definitely document when my like final project is submitted and good to go. I'll probably document, because right now it doesn't feel, I don't think I'll feel that like accomplishment until I've submitted and my final everything has been approved, you know? Yeah. Okay. For eyebrows, nothing new here. I use my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I've been using the neutral brown shade because for a while I could not get my hands on the color taupe. So I've been using the darker shade to kind of line and define the bottom of my brow and the end of it. And then I go in with my taupe color and I do like the inner part of my brow here and then the upper part. I really like the neutral shade. I feel like it's, or not neutral. Yeah, neutral brown color, the darker color. I feel like it is a great match for my brow hairs. I feel like if I'm not like careful enough, they can end up looking really dark or just really harsh. Because my brow hairs are already pretty dark, but I feel like if I'm not, like I said, careful, they can come across as very, very harsh. So going in with this lighter taupe shade, which has been my go-to for a long time. Finally got my hands on some, and I went ahead and I actually grabbed two of them. My husband would be proud, because with stuff like that, like that I know I'm gonna use, it's like just grab a backup. Might as well have it, right? I'm sure when I'm editing, I'm gonna probably speed up quite a few of these clips just because I am getting ready. I feel like I don't have a ton to share. What else is happening? Oh, our dog, Ash, he'll be a 1-year-old in like a week from now. So when we adopted him, he was already, I think, 2 months old. So come this summer, we'll have had him for for a full year, but he'll be turning 1 this month, which is fun. So yeah, my brush that I usually dust is away. It's still wet, like I said, so I'm just gonna kind of press some of the powder in, and then because I put a lot on, I think some will just kind of dust away. But yeah, so our dog will be turning 1, so that's exciting. I'll put some pictures. He has grown so much. He's pretty much, I think, at his full size now. And as far as like his behavior and his demeanor, his personality, he is just a happy go lucky dog. lots of energy. My husband reminds me every day that he's still very young, and it'll probably take another year at least for him to kind of settle. It has been great. It has been great having him. In less than a month, you guys, I'm gonna be turning the big 3-0. I'm gonna be graduating from my 20s. And I always thought when I was like 25, I was like, I'm so old. I feel so old, but really though, like looking at my 20s, I had so much to learn. I had so much growing up to do, and I still do. There's so much though that I've been through and learned in my 20s to prepare me though for this time in my life, and I really feel like I'm going to be entering the best decade, and I'm so excited. So excited to see what God has in store. Just excited to document some of that and share it with you, so stay tuned if you are interested in what's to come. All right, move on to my eyeshadow. I've been using this palette ever since I purchased it. It was back in December, yes, for a wedding that I went to. I was not in it, I was a guest, but I was really drawn to this, just beautiful colors, and I've been using it ever since. There's this like beautiful, nice neutral shade that I use for my crease. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it keeping it pretty simple, nothing too extravagant. I definitely wanted to take more time though on like my face products because, like I said, I'm filming again later, so I just want the longevity to be there. I want it to last, so I don't have to redo anything. So yeah, turning 30 next month. Crazy. As far as like house plans go, I think I've kept you updated on that. Like you'll notice like my door here on my office. So we will be updating this summer all of our doors in our home so that they're white. We'll be updating all of our trim. When we bought this house, I believe I have like an empty house tour on my channel. I did some filming with that with some of our upgrades, but our upgrades, whatever. This room that I'm in, that I use as my office, the previous owners, I believe they also had it as their office. So like parts of it were finished with, so you see like the white trim around the window. It has the white. Yeah, all the trim in just this room was updated with white, and I believe it was used as an office, so maybe they just updated the space. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know the full story, but we have been slowly but surely transforming our house. So our kitchen, I've shared, we updated or we painted all of our cabinets, so those are all white now. The next step though, as far as our kitchen goes, we're looking into countertops, and I think we have an idea. We have an idea of what we want for those for sure. It's just a matter of who to work with, I guess, to get them, and then we have to consider all the things like install, like if wherever we get them or purchase them through, if they can do that installation, if it's something my husband and his family can help with, we shall see. And then for the kitchen, we'll also be doing a backsplash, so that'll be another thing we'll look at. But then really, and then updating like our sink, I think we're gonna do. And I think that's it for the kitchen. And then like I said, we'll be updating all the trim and the doors in our home for them to be white. We'll be updating our our railings, our stair railings, so that they are, because right now they're the same like oak color as all of our doors, so we would want our the railings just to match. But yeah, I'm sure I will update you on that as the time comes. And then yeah, that'll be like, I think pretty much the last of it as far as our house updates, which is great. I'm just putting a black eyeshadow. I've been doing that for a long time now. I go back and forth, but I feel like sometimes just like an eyeliner can look very harsh for me, and then even this shadow sometimes does, just making sure I blend it out enough. And I like doing that on my lower lash line. I've tried putting it on the top. I don't know. I don't like how it looks on me. And everyone is different. Everyone has their preferences of what they like to wear makeup, or maybe you don't wear makeup, and that's fine. That's okay too. I've just come to think it's more flattering for my everyday. I like that liner, or that definition on the bottom there. And that's just me. I always save my mascara for the last thing just because I feel like if I put it on now, I'm going to mess it up because I'm moving on to the next thing. I'm going to do my like blush, bronzer and blush. Like I said, some of my brushes are still drying, so I'm going to use the same products, but I'm just grabbing this. This is actually a blush brush, but I'm going to use it for bronzer and blush, just make it work. This palette by Physicians Formula. I love their, I just love the formula. It's amazing. So I'm going to try to do just some bronzing and blush to get some color definition on parts of my face. So I just turned off my mirror light. So this is, I have my overhead lights, like I said, and some natural sunlight coming in. I'm going to turn on my iron too because I need to curl my hair. Not need, I want to curl my hair. And it always takes longer to heat up than I think it will. And then by the time I'm ready to curl my hair, it's not warm yet. And if you didn't know, this is a repurchase for me. I use this iron for like years and years, and mine finally it just stopped turning on, stopped heating up. So I went and repurchased. This is definitely like a newer model design. My previous one did not have the what'd you call this? Guard, whatever on the end here. I don't know. But this has been a staple as far as my hair. I'm just always satisfied with the curls that it gives me, and it's so quick and easy for my hair. Now that that's on, I'm gonna get back to just some bronzing and now some blush. I go back and forth between these two. I'll do more of like this apricot shade today. Mascara. L'Oreal Telescopic I use for my lower lash line, and then I go in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational for my upper lashes. It's just what works for me. I just feel like the bristles on this and like the wand, I'm able to maneuver, I feel like pretty well. And because I put that shadow on the lower lash line, I want these lashes to look long. I want them to be lengthened. Okay. All right, so this is it for my makeup. Typically I end up playing around with like adding more bronzer or blush just to kind of define, but that will happen after, like once I get my hair curled. I'll decide if I need to add some more color and whatnot. So I'll be back when it's time to curl my hair. Okay, time for the hair. I put some heat protectant on. I slept in like a braid slash like low ponytail yesterday, so there's some like random waves in it. So let me just show you. I go back and forth between a couple different techniques. Today I don't want it to be like super, I don't want like a super constructed curl. I want more of like a kind of like a wave, and I'm gonna keep it more so like from here down, and then I'm gonna keep my ends a little more straight, and then I'll bring up the curl around just like my face framing pieces. All right, what I'm doing now, I'm just separating my hair. So I'm gonna clip that off, and then I'll show you the basic technique, but I don't think I'm gonna film, I'm not gonna film most of it because this video is gonna be super long. I'm trying to think of any other updates I want to share with you guys. I don't think so at this time. So let me show you what we're working with. I'm taking just like 2-inch chunks, maybe. I'm gonna start it about here. I'm gonna do a pretty tight wrap, but I want to keep like 2 inches out of the end, if that makes sense. And then when I have all my hair curled, I wait a little bit longer, and then I always brush out my hair. And then also I curl my hair all those same way. So I do all my curls away from my face. Let me show you what this ends up looking like. So I just let it fall. Again, I don't need it to be super constructed. So if I did, I could hold it, let it cool off in my hands, but I'm just gonna let it fall. And there's that straight piece. And that's what the curl ends up looking like. So I'm gonna do that all throughout my head, and I will check back when it's all done, and then I'll brush it out. My hair's curled. I've let them cool, so this is what, or I've let it cool. What am I saying? So this is what it's looking like. So yeah, I wanted it very, it's like this is very prominent, this like straight piece. Once I brush it, it'll kind of, I feel like fall together a little bit better. But so I curled all the pieces. I showed you the technique I use. Now let's brush it out. I just use my dry bar, this like massive paddle brush, and just try to be gentle. All right, so as far as hair and makeup goes, this is it. Sometimes like I'm debating, there's definitely some pieces in here that I would maybe touch up, but I don't have the time to do it right now. So I actually need to go change because we're gonna be on our way. So that's it for hair and makeup. I need to go change, and then I will share clips. I'll give you the rundown on my outfit when we get back later after church and everything. So I'll give you more details then. I know right now if I try to film it, I don't think I'm gonna like the footage, so I'm just gonna wait. So next clip will be after church, and I'll show you my outfit. Hello. So it is probably, oh my gosh, like 4.5 hours later. What? But I suppose that was this morning. Got ready for church. I showed you guys my makeup, my hair, and yeah, that was this morning. It was not fully daytime. The sun had not risen completely. So now I'm sitting in front of my window with natural light, but it's very bright. So like the colors, you really, like the lightness in my hair really comes out for sure. So this was the finished look. I really just wanted to show you guys my outfit and close out this video. So let me show you what I decided to wear today to church. All right, so it is warmed up to about 30, it's like 30 degrees out now. This morning when we had left for church, that was about 5 degrees. And the morning started out in the negative. So it was like -1, -2 this morning. And it's slowly been heating up throughout the day. So I feel like as far as like my fashion and what I wear lately, I'm still wearing a lot of winter pieces because it's still cold. This week we're supposed to have quite the warm up, but even with it being warm, there's so much melting going on. So I'm still wearing boots, I'm still wearing closed-toed shoes, and I probably will be for a while, but this is what I went with. I bought this green shirt a few weeks back because of St. Patrick's Day and just wearing green for the month. I thought it was cute. Super comfortable, just like this oversized fit tee, nice and long in the back, so I could wear this probably with leggings if I wanted to. So this top is from Target. Jeans are a favorite from Old Navy. I got them a while ago. And then these are just some of my Steve Madden, I think like the Chelsea boot. They are a go-to for me for fall, winter, and spring. I just feel like I get so much use out of these. They're comfortable, very practical. I can wear them around at work. They're super comfy, and then walking through the snow, water, mud, anything, they are great. So this is the full look. I don't always like filming in this vertical on my phone, but this just gives you a better idea. Yeah, and then I just threw on, these are my everyday just earring. It's a gold hoop. So that is it for my get ready with me as far as my makeup, my hair, and then how my outfit turned out. Got my iced coffee in hand. I'm gonna get ready to film another video. I think I mentioned that earlier, that I am filming something for grad school, so I'm gonna get onto that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just doing a little get ready with me. My routine hasn't really changed. I've been using a lot of the same products, but I just think it's fun to watch people get ready. I know I enjoy that, so if you also enjoy that, that's probably why you're watching this video. So I hope you like this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel because it really does support me. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. I'll see you in my next one.